All right, evaluate this, huh? Let's fix this a little bit. That's good. Anyway, evaluate the exponential function. All right, before I start this, you need some money right now. Marge is opening right now. They're open. They're hiring. Great food, great work, great boss. Open 24 hours. You want a lot of this money? They have it. Let's work lots of hours. You get lots of this cash. But you don't need it right now. So let's just get out of here. Get out of here. You don't need this. You don't need this. Okay, now we need to do this problem here. So ready? Evaluate the exponential function. I'm going to put f of 2. So put a f of 2 equals 80,000 times 1.10 to the square. Well, that means 1.10, 1.10, 1.21. Again, you can use a calculator if you want to. One of these machines might help you in the multiplication if you want to do that. 1.10 times 1.10. 1.10 times 1.10. And you get 1.21. Yay, it works. So now, once you get this number here, multiply those two numbers together, you're going to get 96,800. Okay, what does that mean? Like example this. Example, say you got some land, you bought it, and 2 years later, originally you got it for 80,000. 2 years later, your land's worth 96,800. It goes out, you appreciate it. Yes, in thousands of dollars. Okay, and after that, go Mustang Island somewhere, have fun. After you study this Algebra 1, sharks say want to play. Sharks say swim with the sharks. And this guy says, just give me some food, please. Anyway, let's go next one. Find the y-intercept. What is the exponential function? To find the y-intercept, let x equal 0. So f of 0 means this number times 3/4 to the 0. 3/4 to the 0 power is 1. 1 times that, it's the same number, 16,000. So the y-intercept is 16,000 or 0, comma 16,000. Example of this, value of your truck right now. Yes, in thousands. What is the value right now? That's what that means. Find the y-intercept, the exponential function. Again, to find the y-intercept, let x equal 0. Put a 0 in there, f of 0 and 0 there. That to the 0 is 1. 1 times that is always going to be 1 times that, 12.3. So the y-intercept is 12.3 or 0, comma 12.3. Okay, example of this would be bacteria in each spot of your tuna sandwich. There's bacteria. I usually pick some bacteria, like with my art skills anyway. Kind of art skills. Yes, 12.3 is in millions of these guys. There's millions of them there in your tuna sandwich. Here's one. Graph the exponential function. I'm going to graph it, so I'm going to have to get some points for this. I did these points here. Put a 0 in there. So 0.5 to the 0 is 1. 1 times that, 16. 0.5 to the 1 is 0.5 times that is 8. 0.5 is 0.25 times this is 4. Again, you can use a calculator if you want to. 0.5, 3 power. Do it 3 times. So 0.5, 0.5, 0.5 is 1.125 times this is 2. And to the 4 power, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, 0.0625 times that number is 1. So we have numbers. We have a table. Can we graph it? Yes, of course we can. Put the numbers in. 0 and 16, 1 and 8, 2 and 4, 3 and 2, 4 and 1. Yes, there we are. We have them all in there. So now, the graph goes like this. Decreases. Example, value of a used truck. You bought it for 16,000. A year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, 4 years later, 5, 6 years later, it goes down in price. Depreciates. Yes. Another one, graph the exponential function. Again, I picked some numbers in there. 0.50 to the negative 3. I will use a graphing calculator for this. Put it in the machine. It gives you 8 exactly. Times this is 8.0. Put this in the machine. To the negative 2 power is going to be 4. 4 times that. That's it. That's going to be 2 times that. This to 0 is 1. 1 times that. This is going to be 0.50 times that is 0.50. And this is the second power is going to be 0.25 times that. 0.25. So we have a table and we have numbers. And again, I suggest use this machine. Okay? Use it to get this to work out these right here. Okay? Now, can we do it? Yes, we got it. So at negative 3 is 8.0. And negative 2 is 4.0. And negative 1 is 2. 0 is 1. And 1 is 0.50. And 2 is 0.25 and so on. It goes like this. Decreases. What is it? What is the example? Example, value of your used truck. Yes, in thousands of dollars. You bought it for $8,000. Then it's worth $4,000, $2,000, $1,000, $500, $250, and so on to its no value, I guess. Anyway, graph the exponential function. Again, I put numbers in there. Put a -2. Calculator this, you get this answer times that. Calculator this, you get this times this. To the 0 power is 1 times that is 4. 2 times to the 0 is, or to the 1 is just 2. Times that is 8. And 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So we have numbers, we have a table. Again, use a calculator to get these numbers, okay? Use this machine to do this right here. Alright. So, got the table? Yes. There we go. So, -2 and up 1. -1 up 2. 0 is up 4. 1 is up 8. And 2 is up 16. So there's a, oh, you can use a graphing calculator if you want to, of course. Now, this is an example. What? Bacteria's in your warm milk that you left, maybe you left it inside your car or something. Yes, in millions. These are millions and millions and millions of bacteria in there. As it sits in there, it gets more and more and more and more and more. Okay? They grow exponentially. Graph the exponential function. Again, I'm going to put numbers in there. Put a -2 in there. Calculator it. All of it. Put this -1 in it. Calculator all of it. Put this number in there. Calculator all of it. I'm just using all the calculator for these. All of it at one time. I'm not going to do steps. So I got these numbers now. Calculator this number. All of it. You got these numbers. Once we do that, can we get the answer? Yes. Whoa, here we go. Table. So -2, graph it. And -1, graph it. And 0, at 1, at 2, at 3, and at 4. So it's going exponentially increase like that. See it? Okay. Example of this, like the value of your land. Let's say you bought it for $1,180, whatever you bought it for. Now it's worth more money, and today, right now, it's worth $2,000. So on, keep going. Is it worth more and more and more? Yes, it'll appreciate. Land will appreciate. Do people want it? Yes, 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 yes. So now you started at 1,180, whatever it was. Now you have 5,710 or something. Okay. Graph the exponential. Again, I'm just gonna do all this at one time in the calculator. Okay. Put it all at one time in your machine. That's the easiest way to do it is that way. Okay. And can you do it all in the calculator? Sure. Let me do one example of this. Okay, let's just do this one here. So just show you. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go 8 parentheses 0.80 to the power of -1, which is this right here. Enter, and you get 10. Same thing for all these other ones. Put it in the calculator though. I would. Calculator, calculator, calculator. All these numbers in here, the ones I chose for this. So here's my numbers. Once we get those points in there, can we put it in the graphing calculator? Yes. Can we graph them? Yes, of course. Here we go. So here's the points. -1 up 10, 0, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. The points. So is it again exponential decay. Example, value of your truck. Yes, in thousands. So you bought it for $10,000, yay. Then it went down to $8,000. Then it went to 6.4 thousand, 5.12, 4.096, 3.27, and $68,000. It's going lower, 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 lower. Okay. Graph the exponential function. Okay. So again, I would do all this in the calculator. Do it all at once, all at once, all at once. That's the easiest way. Okay. So put it in the machine, run it. To the 0 power, you get this answer. To the 1 power, you get this. To the 2 powers, you get this. 3 power, 4 power, 5 power, you'll get this answer. Now, here's the numbers, and here's the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the answers. Now, what does this look like? Let's do it. Let's graph it. So at 1, at 0, it was 200,000. Like your house, the value of your house. You bought your house for, right now your house is worth 200,000. A year later, what's going to happen? It's going to go up in price, $220,000. And then 3 years later, or let's see, yeah, 2 years later, 242,000. 3 years later, 266,200. 4 years from now, 292,820. 5 years from now in the future, your house is going to be worth 322,102. So your house appreciates. It goes up, up. As long as everything's in good condition, it's going to go be more valuable. Okay. Example: value of your house, and yes, in thousands of dollars. Okay. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years later. Graph the exponential function. Again, I suggest you put all this in the calculator and run it. So I got 100, 200, 400, 800, 1600, 3200. So when I put those numbers in there, this is what I got. Again, let me show you an example of this, just so you can see it. So 100 parentheses 2.0 to the power of 0, and we ended up 100 right there. Okay, you can do the rest of the machine. So now I got points. I have a table. Let's graph it. So the points are, we have 0 and 100, 1 and 200, 2 and 400, 3 and 800, 4 and 1600, 5 and 3200. What would that be like? Well, example, roach population in your house, in the kitchen or whatever. Okay, first there's only 100, then there's 200, and then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, 5 weeks later, oh, you got 3200 living in the kitchen there, next to the potatoes and tomatoes and carrots and junk that you have in the kitchen. This graph and find the range of the exponential function. F of x is this, and it's greater than -3 only. Put the -3 in there anyway, but remember it's open. This is open. So put a -2 in there, put a -1 in there, put a 0. Here's the numbers for the table. Now, once I put those in there, you understand that this is open. So when I do that, it's open. So at -3, 1, this is an open circle. Let me table it again. Open right here. That means don't include it. Don't include it. So at -3 and 1 right here, open circle. And the graph's going to go what? This way. So you put the other numbers in there. Put the -2, put the -1, put the 0 in there. You're going to get a graph that goes from there this way. Exponential. But it's right there. Also, let's look at the domain. Domain is all real numbers greater than -3. Greater than, not equal to. Range is all real numbers greater than what? 1. See the 1 right here? Up. So domain is all real numbers greater than -3. Range is all real numbers greater than 1. -3 and 1. Example of this would be large population in your head. There they are. 2 little lights, guys. I made them giant so you can see them. But there's, and these are in thousands, not ones. They're in thousands and thousands of population, okay? This one. Temperature in Fahrenheit. It's a logistics function. So I put numbers in there using my graphing calculator. What happens? Let's say you have a cup of cold ice cream inside your truck in Texas in the summer, like August or sometime. It's kind of hot in Texas. What will happen to your ice cream? Okay, put it inside the car. The air conditioner's off. Everything's off. Let's see what happens. After 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, guess what happens? Okay, it's 8 minutes later. Your cup of cold ice cream inside your truck in Texas in the summer in August. Let's see what happens. Whoa, this is what happened. At 0, when you first got in there, your ice cream was 32 degrees. 1 minute later, it was 54 degrees. Then it was 84 degrees. 3 minutes later, it was 116. 4 minutes later, it was 144. 5 minutes later, it was 164 degrees in there. 6 minutes later, it's 176. 7 minutes, 182. 8 minutes later, inside that car, the ice cream was 186.36 degrees. It's nice and hot ice cream, huh? Really fast, huh? Logistics curve. Another logistics curve. Temperature in Fahrenheit. A cup of cold tea inside your car in Texas in the summer, August, July, whatever, one of those. Put some numbers in there. Put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. These are minutes. 6, 7, 8 minutes. So what happens to your cup of cold tea inside your car in Texas in the summer, in July, August? Well, let's graph this. Let's graph this. So here we go. Holy cow. At 0 was 33.33. That's the beginning of your cup of cold tea inside your car. Nothing's on. And then 1 minute later, 57. 2 minutes later, 88.89. 3 minutes later, 123. 4 minutes later, 152. 5 minutes later, 172. 6 minutes later, 185. 7 minutes later, it's 192 degrees in there. 8 minutes later, it's 196.8. Again, look at it. Notice what's going on. The logistics means it levels off. It's going to level off where? At 200. It's not going to go beyond that. It's going to just stay just at a warm 200. Toasty warm 200. Okay. One more of this. Temperature Fahrenheit. Okay. Graph the logistics function. Cup of warm milk and fish head soup. You just make some milk and fish head soup, and you leave it in your car in Texas in the summer, in July, August, whenever. What happens after 0 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? It's going to get hotter, hotter, hotter. So right now, the original temperature of your cup of warm milk fish head soup is 100 degrees. Right now, it's 100 degrees. That's a cup. That's not the temperature. Put it inside the car. It's going to get hotter and hotter and hot. Yes, food, please. The cup of warm milk and fish head soup in your car in Texas in the summer, in July, August, either one. It's going to be, there it is. It's going hotter and hotter. So let's see what happens. Let's do the graph. So at 0, originally, it was 100 degrees. That's what the soup was when we put it inside the car. So a cup of warm milk and fish head soup in your car in Texas in the summer it's 100 degrees at 0. Then 1 minute later, it's 133. 2 minutes later, it's 160. 3 minutes later, it's 177. 4 minutes, 188. 5 minutes later, it's 193. 6 minutes later, 196. 7 minutes later, 190. Wow, 98. And 8 minutes later, it's 199. So it's leveling off at 200 again. It's going to get to 200, but it won't go beyond that. So don't worry about it. Okay? Yeah, it's kind of hot in there, huh? That's it. We're done, huh? Oh, now it's time to go Mustang Island, have fun. Our surfboard right there. Got a cash. Go to Hawaii, I guess. Mass Monsters. They don't scare us. We knew Algebra 1. This guy's, nah, Algebra 1 was more scary. Not anymore. Nope. They don't scare us. 7-7, nah, they don't scare us either. Crunchy 1, nope. They don't scare us more. Algebra 1 scared us more. Not anymore. And Crunchy 2, Crunchy 3, nope. Anyways, this is Professor Alfredo Galvez Jr. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Professor Alfredo Galvez Jr., good luck in your Algebra 1. Bye.